Chapter 1. The Silence After the Storm. She said the words as if rehearsed. I just think we need time apart. Maybe it's best we break up. No screaming, no drama, just a quiet end. Daniel stood frozen, staring at her as the world dulled around him. The cafe around them carried on, as if the universe hadn't just cracked in half. People sipped their coffees, laughed, checked their phones, but inside, Daniel was collapsing. Why? What did I do wrong? Can we fix this? But he didn't say any of that. Instead, he nodded. Not because he accepted it, but because he didn't know what else to do. The girl he loved, Sarah, was gone. Not physically, but something in her eyes said, I've already left you in my heart. And the worst part, he felt it coming, but he did nothing to stop it. Chapter 2. The collapse. The first few days were a fog. Daniel couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Everything reminded him of her. Her laughter echoing in the apartment, her coffee mug still on the shelf, her scent faintly trapped in the pillow. His mind raced through memories like an addict reaching for one more hit. The road trips, the nights they danced in the kitchen, the way she looked at him when he made her laugh. Then came the torture. Was she already talking to someone else? Was this planned? Was I not enough? He wanted to text her, call her, tell her everything, beg her back. But something inside him, a small, quiet voice whispered, don't chase, don't plead, don't break your dignity. That voice was the beginning of the only move that works. Chapter 3. The only move that works. Most men panic after a breakup. They beg, they send long texts, they spiral into desperation. But that move, it never works. Because the real move, the only move, silence. Not as a manipulation, not as a game, but as a statement. I respect your decision, and now I choose myself. Daniel didn't block her. He didn't unfollow her, but he didn't reach out either. He let the silence speak, and in that silence, he began the work. Not on getting her back, but on becoming the man who never needed to beg for love in the first place. Chapter 4. The mirror. Breakups reveal your soul. They expose the parts of you that were sleeping, the insecurities, the wounds, the dependency. Daniel saw it all. How he placed his worth in her attention. How he stopped being his own man and slowly molded himself around her world. How he mistook comfort for connection. It hurt to face it, but pain is the beginning of transformation. So he did what most don't. He leaned into the pain. He sat with it. He journaled, meditated, went for long walks without his phone. He stopped asking, how can I get her back? And started asking, who am I without her? That's when the shift began. Chapter 5. Becoming unavailable. Weeks passed. Daniel restructured everything. He started waking up early, went back to the gym, not for revenge, but for release. Read books on masculinity, stoicism, purpose, and self-mastery. Started new routines. Cold showers, breathwork, daily discipline. He stopped checking her Instagram because something sacred was happening. He was becoming unavailable. Not out of ego, but because he was busy evolving. That's the secret most men miss. When she leaves, you don't chase her. Become the man she wouldn't dare leave in the first place. Not for her, but for you. Chapter 6. The shift in energy. One morning, he looked in the mirror and didn't recognize himself. His eyes had a calm power. His frame was stronger. His energy had shifted from please love me to I love myself. And energy doesn't lie. People felt it. Old friends messaged him again. New women noticed him, and Sarah. She watched from a distance. She didn't say anything, but Daniel saw her name pop up in his story views. Again and again, and he felt it. She was wondering how. Is he okay without me? Because he was, truly. That's the paradox. When you no longer need them back, that's when they feel your absence the most. Chapter 7. The unexpected text. It was a Tuesday evening when her name flashed on his screen. Sarah, hey. Just wanted to check in. I hope you're doing okay. 3 weeks of silence. And now this. The old Daniel would have exploded with hope, would have crafted the perfect response, would have taken this as a sign to rekindle things. But not this time. Daniel read it, put the phone down, and continued his evening workout. He didn't need to ignore her, but he didn't need to drop everything either. He was no longer reacting from scarcity. He was choosing from strength. Later that night, he replied, Daniel, hey. I'm good. Hope you're doing well too. Simple, calm, detached. No emotional hooks. No neediness. Powerful silence lived between the words. Chapter 8. The return. A few days later, she texted again. Then she called. I've been thinking a lot, she said. You seem ... different. In a good way. She didn't say she regretted it, but Daniel could feel it. The uncertainty, the curiosity, the gravity pulling her back. And he wasn't angry, wasn't vengeful, just clear, because by now, Daniel had become a man with standards, and one of those standards was this: never settle for someone who had to lose you to appreciate you. So when she asked, can we meet up sometime? He paused, not out of excitement, but out of wisdom. Chapter 9. The decision. They met at a quiet park. She looked at him like a stranger, the kind of stranger who suddenly became desirable again. They talked, caught up, laughed a little, but the dynamic had changed. Daniel was no longer reaching. She tried to bring up the old memories, the maybe we needed this time apart speech. She said she missed him, and she meant it. But Daniel wasn't there for validation. He was there for clarity. He looked at her, kind but firm. I cared deeply for you, and I'm grateful for what we had. But I'm not the same man you left, and I can't return to a version of myself I've outgrown. She blinked. A silence lingered, but this time it was his silence, filled with strength, boundaries, peace. He stood up, smiled. I wish you the best, Sarah. And he walked away. Chapter 10. The freedom isn't forgetting her. It's remembering her without pain. Daniel didn't become better to win her back. He became better because he realized he deserved more from life, from love, from himself. And the only move that works when she breaks up with you. Don't chase, don't explain. Don't collapse. Be still. Be silent. Become undeniable. Because a breakup isn't the end. It's an invitation to rediscover yourself, to rebuild from the ashes, to become the man who doesn't just survive heartbreak, but transcends it.